Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is. This is the second video of the day because I missed last week's video because I was just too busy to do the video. So I'm going to try to get a little further ahead so that I'm not being late with videos or missing them out. I don't want to miss that. So let's talk about three things today. The website, the new drive, and storage. Well, four things. Ripping the DVDs because I've got to redo all that because the Western Digital drive quit and destroyed all my stuff or all my files, including some photos. Luckily, I had them backed up on a portable drive that I've been working on for years. I've got something like 50,000 photos on there. I really should start doing a channel for photography and stock photos, but I'm not ready yet. So I should have been a little bit more prepared, but I'm not. Don't have the thing. So the website, georgeloghry.com, the one that I always put down here or put here last time, I'm going to put here now, is going to expand. It's got to expand. It's got to grow. It's got to do more than what it's doing right now. Right now, all it is a page that's got a photo of balloons. It's got a short description, which I still got to rework, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to rework it and what to say on that. Then down below that, it's getting warm in here. I guess I better turn my swamp cooler on a little low. Yeah, that should do it. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's working. I got one of those portable swamp coolers I was talking about on my webpage, georgeloghry.com. But yeah, then, everybody should go there and put their email address in there because that would help with the growth of the website and it would help with you staying in touch with everything I'm doing. Because the blog is not going to be just for this channel or me, georgeloghry.com. It's not going to be for the affiliate marketing completely. That's just another revenue stream that I'm exploring. I've got 4 so far, and I'm working on 4 or 5 more just because the revenue streams aren't making enough money. They're doing about, I don't know, between $3,000 and $5,000 a year a piece. I do have a business license for each one of them, and thinking about getting into uncharted territory if there's 3 or 4 revenue streams that I'm working on right now don't do anything. Now Amazon, or not Amazon, but YouTube, this place right here. Yeah, that'd be right. Or yeah, this place right here, YouTube. I thought it would be a revenue stream in 2016. It didn't work. I fell flat on my face. The RV broke down and things went nuts. So you can go back and watch all those. I just bought an old piece of junk RV thinking that wouldn't be wore out. Well, the thing had been wore out. I didn't look at it close enough. I just bought the first one I found, which was a mistake on my part. I make mistakes all the time. Since then, I've developed those 5 revenue streams, and I'm trying to get more going. So in 10 years or so, when I retire, I got some kind of revenue coming in, and I can actually go do things that I want to do. Maybe even get another newer RV and go bounce around the country for a couple seasons just to see if that's a revenue stream that I could do that in the summertime. Park the RV in the winter. Stay in the house for the rest of the time. So anyway, how I'm doing the ripping, I'm using there's lots of programs to rip DVDs, copy them, whatever you want to say. Let me get one here. Yeah, DVDs. I like to keep them in the case, so. But yeah, DVD is really easy. Some people say this physical media is not the best way to go, but actually it is. Because when you buy digital media from Amazon or whoever your carrier is, Movies Anywhere, Hulu, Disney Plus, Disney, you don't get anything tangible in your hand. Man, I can't go to Amazon or any of the other digital video suppliers and take what I bought from them and transfer it to my own drive so that I can watch it, if the power goes off, or so I can just have it tangibly in my hand. It doesn't work that way. They don't let you download it. There are, I better put that in a different spot. I'll confuse it with what I'm working on. But there are companies, video making companies that are professional in basis that'll let you download their videos or their movies, but you can't talk about those here on YouTube, at least not on this channel. Lots of people do, but I don't. We can't, because YouTube's been attacking me quite a bit lately anyway, over the channel that I removed from YouTube and put someplace else, News with George. They don't like it that I'm direct and telling the truth about the lunatics in the White House right now. And they'll probably get me for that too, calling them lunatics. But, whatever. I'm 30 hours to do a news video. It takes me about 4 hours to get the content ready for this type of video. So I'm putting in the time and the effort to do this. It's just, I don't seem to be doing stuff that people like to watch. Or I'm just too all over the place. But, all being all over the place is kind of me, because, I don't settle on one thing too long. I kind of get bored of it quickly, so I change. But, the DVD ripping, I use a program called, after you're looking through the web and all the hundreds of thousands of programs, and I read reviews on them and whatever, I found a program that I could buy. I bought 3, actually. I bought one from Office Mac that turned out to be a dud. Didn't do what they claimed it would do. I don't remember the name of it because it's been a couple of years. Then I bought another one. I got another one that was free that everybody on YouTube said worked real well. It didn't work real well. It left 6 inches or 8 inches of black around the screen movie on both sides, and I didn't like that. So I bought this program. It was expensive. It's a professional grade, so it'll let me. It'll not only let me convert or rip the DVD. It'll burn. It'll burn the movie, burn the new disc. So if I want to go get a read-writable DVD, and I could take the whole DVD, every feature that they put on it originally, and copy it over to another DVD, and print a label and photocopy the poster or the cover, put it in a case just like they did, and sell it, and nobody would know the difference, which I don't do that, but I'm thinking about it. I have the capability to do it. It's just, black market DVD, it costs more to buy the DVD and get the case and all the effort you'd put into making it look real than it would to just not do it. It costs more to do it than it would to, because the case are like $3. Empty cases with no poster in them are like $3. It costs you, in the cardboard stock they would use, it costs you $15-20 for 20,000 sheets. Then you'd have to photocopy the cover, then get it printed out, then cut it to size. You'd have to get a paper cutter, so you cut it straight lines, and then stick it in there. Then you've already got just about $4 worth of time and effort and materials into that. And then the DVD will cost you about 50 cents to $1 a piece. DVDs are falling over behind me, making me jump. And then, you're into it like $10 before you even make a dime. And the movies I like, you can buy the whole DVD for less than $5, the whole thing. So it's not really worth the effort to do it. Plus, you know, if you get caught, you get a $5,000 fine and probably a couple weeks in jail. If they decide to throw the book at you, usually they don't. But you know, it's not worth the effort to copy. But I have the program that'll actually let me do it, and the computer systems and all that stuff to do it. But basically, all I'm doing it for is all the reason why I got it so that I can take my physical media and make it digital, so that I can watch it anywhere I want to be. Now, I told you earlier and in the last video today that my Western Digital drive died. Put a photo of it up here for you. It died. It's a single drive Western Digital, the white and silver thing, Western Digital My Cloud. It died on me after 2 years, and while I was using it, you couldn't have more than one user watching videos. You couldn't, if you access it over the web, it just quit. You know, it'd get hot and quit, and it'd go away. It wouldn't show up on the Plex server no more, or Plex website, access point, whatever you want to call it. You couldn't access it if it got hot. I mean, you know, because I'm using a swamp cooler in this place, it'd get hot and it wouldn't run. So I just got me this new Synology drive, which I'll put a photo of it up here because it's back over there in the cabinet, and I'm not going to dig it out because I'm uploading to it and making it work. 2-disk drive, which gives me basically the same storage space I had before, which is basically going to be full time I get all these DVDs. About 700 movies copied and back into the drive. But it's going to be, you know, pretty much full. But I already watched movies on it. It works better. It operates faster. It loads faster. It doesn't have a problem with more than one user. I put a different movie on every TV in the house that I could get access to that has access to it. I let them all play for the length of the movie, and it didn't have a problem at all. According to the description, the DS220 Plus actually will take up to 10 users or 15 users at one time. I don't know if my network can handle that, but it will. Which is kind of nice. Then I know that it's not going to fail on me. Now, I definitely going to need a bigger drive, but this is a good way for me to get to know if Synology makes good products, which, according to everybody on the YouTube and the web, it seems like they do. They last for a long time, which is what I want. I don't want to replace the unit every 2 years. I want it to last for a long time and then to be able to add more storage to the unit. And I've been looking into rack mount NAS systems too. Hey, look at that! My computer just finished ripping one. I got to take it press finished and take the DVD out. Probably have to turn around and find the case, Sherlock Holmes. And then pick a movie, just any old movie, and put it in there. We'll let it go. Probably should have done this after I was doing it, but you know, this way, you know, I'll know how it reacts when it's full, because it only gives you half of what storage you got in it. So I've got 8 terabytes total, but it's only going to let me access 4 terabytes in the thing because of the way the backup system works, which is nice to have a backup system. I don't have a backup system on. It didn't have a backup system on the 1-disk drive. They said that Western Digital said it would back up to their service, to their servers, but it didn't do that. And I even paid the extra to have them do that. It didn't do that. So I lost all the data on that drive. Luckily, I had the important stuff backed up. And that's going, so I don't have to worry about it no more. Let's see it. Anyway, so I have the important stuff backed up. And these are technically backed up too because it's physical media, and if cancel culture wants to get rid of a movie that I've already got on DVD, they can't delete it out of my account, which they have on Amazon, deleted a couple movies out of my account that I've already done paid for, and then give me the money back. So that's kind of what prompted what I'm doing. Hang on a minute. That's it. Oh, I'm obsessive about having my DVDs in my cases. Anyway, so I'm ripping them all down and getting them. Now, the storage that I've got for these things, I don't have room for shelves and stuff, which I'll put a link to the 3 shelves that I like at the bottom of the or at the top of the description here, and at the bottom of the description over on georgeloghry.com. I expect everybody to go over and bookmark it, but I probably already said that this video. So anyway, so I've got 14 plastic cases that I put my DVDs in, and I'll grab one here and show you what they look like. This one's full, by the way. I've got some empty ones we'll open up here in a minute. But it looks like this. Really, it just holds about 40 DVDs. And I've got 14 cases and gonna be putting more cases that I just kind of keep at the bottom of the closet because I don't really have any other place to do it. Now from Amazon, I ripped it open a little bit, you can see. But from Amazon, they come like this in plastic bags when they put them in the box. So once you get them out of the plastic bag, let me get one. They're all folded up, all nice and neat, so you can just unfold them. And they've got the zipper flap. And they've got these ribs. I don't think you can see that, but they've got ribs across there, so when you get it full, it keeps these sides from stretching out. So I'm going to go ahead and be filling those up as I buy more DVDs and we talk about more on the thing. And I'm trying to get the media back in. I'm thinking about just starting to record video reviews as I rip them. Because usually when I rip them, I want to don't want that to fall off. I want to watch them so that I can make sure they're all good to go. And I got the right actual movie off the DVD, because sometimes some manufacturers will not only just put the movie on there, but they'll put the bonus features, behind the scenes. They'll put their scene library. So the scenes are all jumbled up before somebody edits them. They're just all scrambled together onto the DVD or the Blu-ray or the 4K Blu-ray, so that they can go back, probably just put everything in the file on the DVD once they make the movie. Sometimes they'll even put partial edits in there, and you got to get the right one to get the actual movie, and it can be confusing sometimes. Sometimes you got to try 3 or 4 times to get the right movie, or use the movie play feature on the program to convert the movie to digital. You can do that when you have a tough one. You can just press play and it'll play the file that you're clicked on all the way through if you want, to make sure that you have the right movie or file. A lot of times you don't even have to. It's just they've got 2 small files, like 30 seconds or so, which is basically tell your DVD player to go, and gives you that little window where you can pick play and extra features and, tell it to go when you're actually watching it on a DVD. Now, I don't know if I've said this in this video, probably have, but having the DVDs, even if I've got them in those bags in the closet, it's nice to have because I've got everything on backup battery here, and then I've got a generator out in the shed that's connected to the house, and when the power does go out, and it has here, you're going to lose the internet connection regardless, because the Charter Communications here in Reno don't have backup on their hubs or boosting stations, whatever you want to call them, their intermediate servers, or their little shacks that they run all the neighborhood stuff into so they can have the higher speed internet. And then they punch it all off to their office so they can hit the trunk line and get it off on the internet. They don't have backup systems on there. They don't have backup batteries. They don't have backup generators. They don't have any kind of power backup system. When the power goes out, it goes down. Then when it comes back up, they've got to go there and do the manual reboot practice, because it seems like the systems don't reboot on their own, which for that kind of system, it usually don't. You usually got to go in there and make sure you didn't lose any data and do backups and before it gets up. So it's usually 2 or 3, usually between 2 or 3 hours. Somewhere it's 30 minutes. Sometimes it's 30 minutes if they're on it. Sometimes it's 2 hours after the power goes back up, it comes back. And sometimes it comes back right away because they're already working on it. But it's nice to have the physical media, so when it goes down, I can just, and when I want to entertain, I can just go into the front room or wherever the closest TV is that's on battery backup that has a DVD player attached to it, and plug in a DVD that I want to watch, and it'll play right there with the power out. And if you're traveling or something, you can take one of these bags with you and have enough entertainment to watch, with a DVD player in the car or on your computer, or in the hotel room. Sometimes they even put DVD players in the higher end hotel rooms so that you can bring your own movies and watch them, which they don't like you to do, but they will let you do it. Sometimes you can even plug your own DVD player into their TV and watch your own DVDs on their TV if you're going to be there for a while. This sucker's really kicking butt today. Anyway, so that's how I rip and store my DVDs. Now, I was going to talk about the GoFundMe page and all the donate links, for the business. Basically, see, I'm working step by step on the business. I'm on step 16 or something like that with the business. And YouTube is unfortunately not going to pay right away. It's probably not ever going to pay because they seem to be holding my channel back, so I'm getting my source outside. So the videos from the day that I said I had the plan a couple videos back are basically going to also be found on the georgeloghry.com or my website. And from other sources, News with George is going to be found over there in the blog too. It may be a separate blog, it may be this blog. I haven't started doing that yet. But, I have. But the GoFundMe page is basically so that when I open the store on the web page, which is coming hopefully by the first of the year, whether I have step 20 done or not, getting a warehouse to put the product in that I'm selling, I'm going to go ahead and open the store up, get 4 or 5 items. It might be DVDs, I don't know yet. It's just kind of up in the air. And, keep 15 or 20 of that item on stock, or not even that much, probably 10 or 5. And the rest of them are going to go to my account over at Amazon, which is making me some money, but it's not making me a whole lot of money. And the affiliate marketing that I just started, because they suggested it, isn't making me any money at all, because I take that back. It made me 35 cents when I did the video with the SD cards. There's one over there. Sorry about that. Yeah, SD cards. I gave you the whole link to all the list of SD cards so that you can go buy them out in my name. But, you know, something like those SD cards, I was making 10 cents, 20 cents. It doesn't pay a whole lot to do this affiliate marketing. So, you know, if I buy products that I kind of like to use or want to use or buy for the show, you know, I'm going to put links to them. You know, if I go through my DVD collection and tell you all about them and do the reviews on them, and you're going to have links to the DVDs until they either close the account or they start paying me, one of the two. So I encourage everybody to follow the links, not only on YouTube here, down below in the comment section or the description section, but I also encourage you to go over to my website, georgeloghry.com, to actually follow links over there, because you're going to find more products over there that I'm actually trying to do the affiliate marketing. I will make a little money on them, but I won't make a whole lot. It isn't going to be like I'm going to get rich overnight and become, you know, a superstar. It may, you know, help me buy groceries once or twice a year. That's about it right now. That's all I expect from it right now, because I don't have a whole lot of followers here, which is probably because of last year, you know. But, you know, all my bad videos, which we're changing because I've actually started to actually following the rules that I learned when I was learning how to do this videography and photography way back in the day. Just all this new technology is a little hard to get used to. I keep wanting to do things the old school way because that's habit. But the GoFundMe page does three things for me. It helps get traffic to this page, I hope. Then it tells you what my goal is to get into June 29th or so of next year, where I want to be financially with the website, the channel, and everything else I'm doing. And it gives you an opportunity to donate to the cause. And it gives you a better idea of what's going on. So the whole idea behind that, I probably already said that in this video, and if I did, I'll edit it out. Or maybe I won't, I don't know. Depends upon what mood I'm in, because I'm kind of in a rush to get this up. It's got to be up by noon today, and it's like 10 o'clock here locally, 10 a.m. But it's that GoFundMe page gives you an idea of what I'm doing. It kind of gives you a description of why, because the whole plan is to buy a warehouse big enough to put, 100 products in and set up a video photography studio on the front and make that a source of income. Now, I won't stop putting stuff on Amazon. I just got to build an account and use marketing to get some stuff sell. It does sell stuff. It just doesn't sell stuff very well for me right now. The algorithm over there is almost as bad as the one here on YouTube. It's really hard to get around. So you almost have to go outside and market it or put discounts. So, like the SanDisk Ultra SD card that I just showed you. This one is actually one of my products. Well, I've got 100 of these at Amazon. And not just the one here, because I was going to use the one for a demonstration. I was going to put it into my AX43 or my Sony 43 video camera and record video on it to show that you can use the smaller cards with the full-size SD cameras. And it's the same size, well, about half the size of the one I'm using in this camera that I'm talking to you through, or you're watching me through, or you can see me through. And the brick wall behind me, I want to get rid of it, because it's just vinyl. I want to change that out to an actual green screen, but as you can see, I'm not getting it lit up real well because I don't have room to set up those lights we just talked about earlier today. I mean, I do use them, but I don't use them all the time and religiously, and I can't set them up properly. And once I get into the studio type setup, when I'm setting up photography or doing the photography channel, which I'm planning on starting, I just don't know if I'm going to do it on YouTube or someplace else. When I do, I'll let you know where it is. But yeah, it just really the GoFundMe page is to do just basically what I said. It's to get awareness that I'm looking for that kind of money. Now, everybody's going to tell me to go to the SBCA. Well, I went to the Small Business Administration to get a loan to build this business, and I got flat out no, even though my credit's pretty good. Even though, I've got other businesses that are making money, even though that I've got a track record with a trucking company that turned 5 trucks into a $100,000 a month business over and above the $100,000 a month expenses. So I was doing 50-50, 50 for expenses, 50 for the overhead, and 50 for pure profit. And the overhead on a trucking company is really, really high. I just had to learn the business and do it. So it's just like anything else. I'm YouTube. I got to learn the business and do it. So I've been checking all the resources. Every guru on YouTube, I watch a little bit of their videos, see if they actually know what they're talking about. Half time they just say things and don't really know what they're talking about. A couple of them do the research, and I don't even think the YouTube behind the scenes videos where the creator's channel actually tells you the whole secrets to getting going. So this channel has actually got 3 blogs. I'm only showing you one because it doesn't need it. I got a Patreon channel. Hopefully that helps bring in the viewers. I've got a Twitter account with my name on it, George Loghry, which I find myself blasting the idiots in Washington, D.C. on there because they seem to be saying stupid stuff all the time, and lately more so. They create problems and don't fix them. And some of the problems, and on the news channel I'll get into all that. It's really crazy what's going on, and into the news channel we talk about all kinds of things that I probably shouldn't talk about on the news. Probably should start one of those men's channels and talk about that stuff too. Or a dating channel, how to do dating with the modern people in the modern environment. I should do that, but it doesn't really make any difference, because all that's going to get is all the haters coming after me telling me that I'm wrong, which I'm not, but they're going to get that. And we're up at 30 minutes. So anyway, I'm going to get off of this thing here in a few minutes. I'm going to put the links for the GoFundMe page down below. All the other links that I said I was going to put in here. Then I'm going to put, I'll put the link to my PayPal account. So if you want to go around the GoFundMe account and support this channel to grow, to get to the point where there's actually a business, the business is actually, the store is actually open, and you can get products or even suggest products that you might want to see on the store. You can go ahead and do that in the description, or you can in the comments of this video or any place else the video's at. You can go put it in Twitter. And if you do buy something that I recommend, go to my Twitter account and post at George Loghry. Or go to Twitter and post at George Loghry and put a photo with you and the item. And whatever that is, I'll collect all those photos, download them to my hard drive, and then when I get enough photos to do a 30-minute video, I'll just put a supporters video up and do a slideshow with some music underneath so that everybody can see, or, like I've seen other channels do, put out a big thanks to the people, to everybody that does the photos somewhere in the middle. But if you made it this far into the video, which with me talking and talking about silly things like today, you've done pretty good. Congratulations. Then you should be subscribed and hit the notification bell and sharing and liking, sharing this thing to everybody on your social media account to help the channel grow, to get around the YouTube algorithms, YouTube programs, YouTube holding this channel back. But I usually don't get that kind of help. So where did I put my remote? I'm going to go ahead and get off of this thing as soon as I figure out where I buried my remote. And everybody have a safe one, and be safe, and we'll talk at you again on the next video next week, I hope. Bye.